we try this again? We'll see what Instagram does.
Hello?
It's how's it going?
Good. Sorry, I was having a little system issues here.
I think last time I did this also, when I first started, it did the same thing.
Okay.
So, so I think we're good.
Good. Finally, we got it.
Yes. So I'm gonna introduce you, and then myself. We'll get going.
Okay.
Everyone, this is episode 8 with Eve. We're gonna be talking about restaurants, food, and running. And I'm your host, Mr. Vibe. How's it going, Miss Eve?
Doing good. Thank you. It's an honor today to be on this podcast with you. I've seen many things you've done with the podcast, so I'm excited to have it on here.
Uh, Thank you for coming on. I'm glad we were able to connect in the past couple of weeks. We can get so that we can do this.
Yes, definitely. I know over
Yeah.
here in Kansas is a little different time zone. We're actually ahead 2 hours, so I'm glad we were able to make some time.
Yeah. This show is all about the guest and it's all about the guest. So whatever the guest needs, uh, um, my co-host and I are always uh, are always flexible.
Yes, definitely.
Got for your audience, I'm talking about my co-host from a sports standpoint. Because if it's not sports, it's just me.
Yeah, sports are a big deal. That's what brings everything. I know when we were talking about different variety, a lot
Yeah,
of times wonder what's a passion. And that is something I feel like sports can bring everybody a long way, not just in daily life, but, a
yeah,
way to push your goals.
absolutely. So that's why all the guests that come on, I we always ask for topics so that I myself we can prep and I can write down some questions.
Some questions coming in.
Yeah, yeah. I got some questions myself.
Go ahead.
So let's talk about your running. So when you run, what's your method like?
Um, there's different aspects that tap into it. With running, it's a passion. So I always tell people, do what makes you happy.
Yeah,
So it's not like a job.
absolutely.
I started it mentally thinking, how am I going to challenge myself on a run to actually do things? That can be from just doing a time mile or going out and running 9 miles, which I did today
Yeah,
amazingly. But it's about, for me, it's getting that mindset to do what others can't do. Because
yeah,
when people say it's impossible, that's when you actually think to yourself, what can you make it to make it possible?
absolutely, absolutely. So it's like what I'm doing recently about reporting, as you saw in my stories. So it's a brand new thing for me, but I always prepped to do this 2 years ago because I'm an auditory learner, so I learn by listening.
Hmm.
So
And
now,
you're a great example.
go ahead.
I would say you're a great example of that. I know I've seen your profile and everything you've done, and it's awesome how you're able to give that back to the community and other people following you.
Yeah,
Just to let you know, don't set limits. Don't let life set limits on yourself. Actually
yeah,
accept those challenges and use it to better yourself.
absolutely, absolutely. So it's like I was saying, I prepped by myself without putting everything out for 2 years, and by listening to everything everybody was saying, and now I'm just putting stuff out.
It's so awesome. great to see that feeling starting from, the beginning and see where you are now. So
Yeah.
kudos to you. You are
Thank
definitely.
thank you. So you did 9 miles, 9 miles today.
Yes, 9 miles today. It was definitely a challenge. I've been getting stuck in a mindset of just doing 5 miles to 7 miles. But today, I just really said, what is that inner spirit, the runner Eve everybody's used to? So I kind of dug hard.
Yeah.
And, saying my mom would always say is, finish the race. Well, I still got a lot into me. And, every day's a blessing we can wake up. So I kind of just tapped into that mindset and, I am going to finish the race. I'm not going to give up on 7 miles. I'm going to keep pushing it harder.
Absolutely, absolutely. I've seen some posts that you do. You are awesome. I've seen
It's
a
not
story,
helping.
your posts. You are awesome.
Thank you. It means a lot. But I tell people it's not just me. I mean, every step I'm taking out there, we're doing it together. So we
Yeah,
stuck
and
together.
and and it also seems like you have a team of people behind you.
Yes, lots of people behind me. That's what makes a difference.
It's it's like being an athlete.
It is. Athlete, you get to live every day.
Yeah, yeah. So when I do these shows, it's always tap into being an athlete for myself because I was a former athlete also.
You,
So
you get mindset.
yeah, different mindset, different know how, different everything.
I like that. Do you have a favorite saying about it with sports?
You gotta give it you all when you play it when you're playing your favorite sport. Otherwise, you're gonna go home. Otherwise you're gonna go home with a loss.
I believe that. That is so true. That's a
Absolutely.
great.
That's a mindset. That's a mindset that I have. Even when I play practice basketball right now.
That's a good passion. The basketball keeps you going strong, and you're helping others on their journey too with it.
Yeah, it's always about giving back.
That's the process. That's the whole message. Is what I tell everybody is, what are you doing the purpose for it? Just with the clothing brand, anybody could have a clothing brand out there, but the
Yeah,
difference for me is the message behind it. How are we helping each other? It's not just I in it. It's how we're
yeah.
going to help push another to greatness.
It's we
Yep.
because if I don't give out positive information for young people in my position, I'm not helping myself or the community around me.
I agree. That's the big difference. Is you never lose mindset of that. The community,
Yeah,
people
yeah,
live together.
yeah. It's it's I also have a brand. It's called Have No Limitations, Exceed Expectations. I know you can't see the shirt properly from
I can see it. You're representing it.
yeah. I I know that it's half cut off from where I'm looking at it, so I'm glad you can see it.
Yes, I can see it just fine. It's good.
Abs-
With
ab-
your it
yeah,
looks like we got some more questions coming in there right now. Let's see.
they are the female bosses is going to
Uh,
for me.
it is going pretty fast. Female boss. Let's go on that topic. A lot of people want to know what it takes to actually be in this type of work.
Yeah,
Well, first is the heart. I say you've got to know the purpose of it. You've got to truly know, stay true to yourself. A lot of people will try to come at you with different stuff to try to promote things to go a different way, but never lose insight of what is important to you.
yeah,
Some people may accept, some may not,
yeah.
but you still can't lose yourself just to please other people. And
Hmm.
every day you're going to get tested with stuff. A female boss to me is somebody that no matter what, even when the pressure is applied, you still go hard. You take that as fuel to push yourself to the next limit. I couldn't have gotten this far. 2 years we just celebrated with a clothing brand, Believe and Achieve, and a lot of people usually will quit the first year.
Yeah.
But the difference, I drive, and with that drive came for me and others being able to go through the journey together. So
Mhm.
they actually helped me to that. So to actually be a good mentor and leadership to them, to me, that's the ideal of a female boss. It's not just somebody that's making all this money or known here and there. It's somebody that's actually making a change in the community,
Yeah.
helping people to give them.
Absolutely. So let's see if we got any more questions.
Yeah, a
Do
lot of
you
people.
see men?
I see it. I think I see saw Danae Dakota. Uh Hi out there. uh, a special shout out to her. She's always behind the scenes. She is somebody I look up to. She's actually
Yeah.
seen me start as a baby, start into this industry with fashion.
Yeah.
She's always been a good mentor to me on what I can do as to keep growing. And she's actually has many years in this industry. But it's good to have somebody that's a big mentor in the clothing industry that can actually come to you and instead of seeing you as competition, actually wants to help you grow. So
Yeah.
thank you. You over there.
Those kind of people are the real champs.
That does make the difference. Let's see. It's got
Yeah.
some more.
Uh, the real champs. People that see your passion and they want to help you.
They do. They're great mindsets. I can see all the people signing in today. Big thank you to everybody. I know, the buzz going about it and how, they're excited to see the brand make it this far. They wanted to make sure to always know that the message that we push first,
Yeah.
believe and achieve. If people just want a quick aspect of what that is,
Yeah.
in the that the clothing line I started was in honor of my mom. And, I wanted a way to give back her legacy to show people that when life happens and some stuff is going to take you down in a different place,
Mm-hmm.
it's how you react to it. She was my best friend. I call her my super mom.
Mm-hmm.
And she's why I'm able to have this life again to join running. She is one that seen me since third grade on the way up,
Yeah.
track me thing. And just to be able to carry that message in our honor, that truly is why I'll go every day hard for it. And people that have joined along the journey, they actually started noticing it's a message. You got to believe in yourself first, because without that, you already failed. So if you believe first, you're going to put in the work, and then you're
Mm-hmm.
going to achieve. And when you do that moment where you're like, yes, I've overcame this, I've done it, that's the best feeling. The best feeling I would say too, just breaking some news here to you too, was with the clothing brand. I know when I was starting it, going through the trademark business and everything, everybody was like, well, I don't know, it's going to be a long process. Are you sure you can do it? I even had, my own attorney giving me advice on it, like, you're going to go up against a lot of people. Well, if I would have learned and like listened to them, I never would have gone this far with it. So I could
Absolutely.
definitely people with me. Thank you, because you actually helped me overcome obstacles that many people have. So officially
Officially
now,
now,
Believe
Believe
and
and
Achieve
Achieve
is
is
trademarked
trademarked
in
in
all
all
the
the
US.
US,
So
so
we've
we've
done
done
it.
it.
Absolutely. So kudos to you and your whole team.
Thank you. You're part of it too.
Thank you. I'm honored to be part of it.
Again, got
Absolutely.
more coming
So
on. Let's see. I know we wanted to talk about some restaurants, food, and stuff. A lot of
yeah.
people always want. Um, I can see my passion for it. I am a big foodie. I love food,
Yeah.
so I'm probably I run a lot.
Yeah.
But some of my favorite restaurants,
Yep.
Ocean Prime, love that. I'm a big seafood person, so definitely can't turn down good seafood.
Yeah.
Definitely Italian's my other very topic I would say has my heart with it. Some good lasagna. Some good
Hmm.
places over here in Kansas City is Ricio's. That's a good. It's actually not a corporate restaurant. It's just local. So you're gonna have to come down to Kansas City to try it. Okay,
All right.
it could happen.
Yeah.
That's the best feeling.
Dad has some friends down there, so we'll be down there when they tell me.
Okay, deal. Got you a spot saved.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a good deal. But that's where the local community, I would say, not like the chain restaurants, but more like the local ones. Those
Yep.
are the ones I really get happy about. It's just like getting to explore places you can't find anywhere else. That's
Yep.
what excites me. Definitely Cafe Sebastian. That's in a museum over here on the Kansas City, Missouri side. And cool thing about that, I would say why it's one of my favorites is it is run by Gino, and he definitely took the aspect of doing artwork, but with brunch. So when you're eating brunch, you're in a museum, and you're going to see all types of like artists, their work, pictured up. So it's a cool experience of getting that culture. You get to see all the artwork while getting a very nice brunch. So one of my other top favorites. Hello, Charles. I see you on there.
Yeah. I got next time. Whenever we come to Kansas, I gotta tell you I'm coming down.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I know the
Absolutely.
community was excited to meet you and your story about everything with sports and have you helped give back with the I see like your basketball and your post.
Yeah.
So that's what really intrigues me is how you're able to do it um, and still continue.
For me, I'm an auditory learner, so it's all YouTube, NBA TV, and all that good stuff.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I read about it, but reading doesn't really go into my brain like when people tell me about stuff.
Hmm.
Cause
And you deal with that and overcome it,
yeah,
which is, probably every day you go through.
yeah. I mean that's part of life.
Yes. So with
So
people like that have experienced you kind of with the sports and the basketball, um,
mhm.
what would you say is one of your coolest experience with everything?
uh, beating Kobe in the '06.
Kobe? Oh yes, that's a legend right there.
Still from Make a Wish Foundation in '06.
Hmm.
They helped me with that opportunity.
Wow, I bet you that was just the greatest moment ever, just
Yeah.
to be like,
Yep. So yeah. So that's that's my favorite. He's my favorite Laker ever,
hmm,
and now it's LeBron James.
LeBron James. Oh, you replaced him. I still go with the GOAT though. I like Michael Jordan though. That's still my favorite.
Yeah.
Put that in Paul Pierce. That's one of my idols. I like Paul Pierce back in the day when he played for KU. So
Yeah.
that's what hooked onto him.
Yeah. So yeah, this is awesome. This is like I'm learning so much already from this live. It's always about learning from other people.
Yeah, you take that experience and keep growing. Is what I tell them. Not everybody knows everything.
Yeah, no. That's why I always ask questions.
There's one right now coming through. Lorraine under One Flow.
Yeah,
Let's
run.
see.
I see it too, but
So small.
yeah, Ron Reed, you you have you are yeah. They're talking about
The swim
it
one.
went. It's going too fast.
So fashion, it looks like. All right, fashion. What's next for the brand? Um, Swimsuits, people have been trying to say maybe I should tap into that line. I never have endless possibilities, but for me, the style of it is that comfort with swag. So I would say, what's the dual purpose out of the clothing line? Are you using it just to run an errand, or can you also use it if you wanted to go to the gym?
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose when I came up with the clothing line, because I wanted to make sure that people are actually making the great use out of it. So you could always
Yeah.
carry the message. I never wanted to be put in a box where you could only be a workout line. Well,
Yeah.
that's not true. With the endless possibilities we've had, Believe in Cheap been part of many fashion shows. And it's been an honor at some of the top notch ones where you see people dressed like they're going to the Met Gala.
Yeah.
And then here we come with our line.
Yeah.
But that's what now is, that people understand it's not just a line, but it's like that comfort when you put on the clothing. It's like what I have on right now too. Is just, it's an everyday message you carry. It's that comfort and that warm feeling you're getting, the power and strength from it. And
Yeah.
not enough people can say that's what the message is behind the line they're even wearing, and that's
Yeah.
what's made it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So let me talk about fashion a little bit because we brought it up. So
Mm-hmm.
I personally like fashion. I I've, I I have not tried it yet. I want to try it. So so I'm gonna reach out to you and get some tips. Is that cool?
Yes, definitely. I'd be honored. I've always liked to share the wealth. I'm going
Yeah.
to show you from the start where you put in the work and you get the shirts and you press them, everything. It's a full process.
I'm gonna learn if you're willing to teach me.
Yes, definitely. That's what we got to help each other.
Yeah.
So
So
that
I
is good.
personally like never really never really uh never really got into it, but I want to get into fashion.
Hey, you never know. Things happen for a reason. Your
So
mindset's different.
so yeah. So whatever you got, if you're willing to teach me, I'm your guy. I'll be a sponge.
All right, I like that. you
Absolutely.
know, when people ask the question, people on here too are saying, "What is fashion?" Fashion is what you make it. You know, a lot of times, why I've been able to expand more is I don't just say, "I just want a T-shirt, put the name on it, that's it." No, a lot of hours and creativity come through with it. As
Yeah.
many trials. What message is it? What does it look different?
Yeah.
How is this going to represent? Because with my line overall for Believe and Achieve, it's for the youth, men, women, and not everybody's body size is the same. And so I knew
Yeah.
going into this that everybody wants to have a way to look or feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
So I took the norm. I went out a step further and I expanded it from small all the way to 4XL.
Yeah.
That way, nobody's left behind. We're all in it.
Yeah. Like I told my co-host and so many others that I met through sports and stuff. I told them if they really know me when I'm when I'm when I hopefully make it, they come in there all coming with me.
There you go. I better get something autographed now, okay?
Yeah.
I gotta get a t-shirt to make sure of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Got
let's.
you.
You got me. All right. This is proof right here, okay?
I let talk on DM and I got you.
All right, we're locked in now.
Yeah.
I
Of
like
course.
that.
I like you.
Uh,
Positive.
oh, I see right there. California's loves Believe and Achieve activewear. Thank you. Appreciate it. That looks like that's one flows at Lorraine. Cool story about her is, we actually met on a podcast,
Yeah.
and uh, she, I guess, had followed on one of the podcasts it was, and reached out, and we started talking about running. I loved her motivation. She gives a lot of great inspiration to people trying to get into running,
Yeah.
And so I was intrigued by that. And it's a small world, you know, just how things happen that are meant to be. She
Yeah.
actually will tell you we communicate very frequently. She's became now a family member. It's like it. And you know, about a week ago, it was a big honor just seeing her even carry the brand out there in the LA Marathon out there. So people like that, I would say, you just never know who you're to meet. Actually, end up becoming like your best friends or family members. So definitely a special shout out to you. I know she's on here and I see it. And California, thank you
Yeah.
for the love.
Yeah. She. Is she from Los Angeles? Cause I am from Los Angeles myself.
Oh, we're putting you on the spot. Can you answer that? Let's see if she's. Let's see if
If
she.
she is, I had to go meet her one time.
You should. She's right. I know close to that area. Let's see if Lorraine can hear this. We'll use her Instagram name. One Flow. How close are you to Los Angeles? Might be coming. Put the hand signs up.
Yeah.
That might be close. We'll give her a few minutes to see if she's joining on there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
At 20 minutes. Okay. Not far
All
then.
right.
All
I
right.
got. I can do that. I'm gonna reach out to her and see if we can go meet up and talk about whatever she wants to talk about.
Yeah, think that would be on her. I know she's up for it, so you know, definitely I can give you all her contact information and exchange. And you're on here,
Yeah.
so she's definitely somebody I would say you want to partake with. Like I said, she's got a big heart out there. She always helps back with community and people, so she's got a very good touchy story too with running and how it relates to her. It's a small world.
Do you know if she does Instagram live shows or no?
I'm pretty sure we can get her into it.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
She, she cool. She's a cool person, so I would like to interview her too.
Yes, definitely. I would say it's a real treat with her story.
Yeah.
You know, our bonds and stuff, and I know she wouldn't mind sharing it, but, you know, the love for a family member, you know, a special person.
Yeah.
Um, that's what's helped us connect. I feel like, you know, she was meant to be on this journey with me in a special way to help me push me at times out of stuff. You know, she always tells me like, because we're in different time zones, and if I'm working a lot of hours on the brand and having to get stuff for pop-up events set up or going to training events to train people, she's always like, make sure you take some rest, you know, for you too.
Yeah.
So she sees that.
Yeah.
One of the greatest
So yeah,
things.
she might she might be following me. Otherwise, I get the info from you and follow her after the show.
Yes, definitely. We'll have to get y'all connected on there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Especially she's like 20 minutes. She says she's 20 minutes uh from I guess from where I am. So
Mm-hmm.
so
It'll
so
be
we'll
close.
see. Even if it's far, I don't mind going out and and, and sitting down chopping it up with her because she's cool.
Yeah, she is very cool.
I got a
Let's
buddy of mine that takes me everywhere.
everywhere. So, what is one of the coolest events you've done? You would say with the basketball and helping out with the community.
Basketball, I haven't really done an event for basketball
Mhm.
as such. But I've raised about 700 and change for Relay for Life.
Okay, that's awesome. So you gave
Yeah,
back that.
back a while ago.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to make some new stuff happen. Okay.
All right.
You know, I got you. We'll believe and achieve, and then have it to try to get back to a certain foundation. We can find one to work together on. I think that'd be good.
Let's team up and do that.
Yeah, got to make it happen. Let's see. There's another. So people want to know about uh, Fantastic Cause. Let's talk a little bit right quick about running
Yeah,
and how that's brought it to the whole reason of how this united us. So to keep people up to date on the story here, just because some people might be new and some may know the story already, but the big
Yeah.
purpose is what is Runner Eve? Everybody wants to know that. And the Runner Eve is somebody I probably didn't know even as a kid how that name was going to follow me. I didn't have the normal childhood. From third grade, I was already competitively competing. That's meaning like driving across Texas, and Texas is a pretty big state. You know, we take our sports very serious.
Yeah.
And numerous hours put out there. So when people are out playing in the playground, I'm out at the track running at 9 o'clock, putting in the hours. I always knew that I was made for a special purpose. And I didn't know exactly what, but I just kind of knew I was different at that young age. And my mom and brother, even my sisters, they were dragged into it. They're probably like at times like, oh, here we go again. But my family has always had big arms around me, even to this day. The journey, nephews, my namesake Victoria Eve,
Yeah.
my brother-in-law Jason, Ty, everybody, they make sure to always push that Runner Eve out of me, because there was a time where after I had ran all the way through college, I stopped, and I stopped running for 10 years. I lost myself. My mom passed away. I took that very, very hard, just because, as I told you briefly at the beginning, she was everything to me. So when that happened, I kind of took a different way aspect of life. I started turning out to food for comfort. I started cutting everybody off, like I didn't want to talk to people. And then, I got a big sign. It was from a Wichita running company. It was a year after my mom had passed, and they said, "Hey, we're trying to do a race when it's cold. And if you think it's cold up there where you're at, trust me, 3 degrees was different over here." And I just remember I was at first very stubborn, didn't want to say yes. I was like, no, I can't do this. I might have a heart attack trying to run just even 400 meters. And when they had told me the date of it, that was actually the day of my mom's birthday. So I took that as a sign of her saying, like, get back up. Your race isn't finished yet. There's still more you've got to you. And I remember I had the community, I had my friends out there. And, for them, it's probably worse because they're standing out in the cold. They're not moving, they're just stuck there. And it was a 5K race. So for people that maybe not know that, that's just a little bit over 3 miles. Well, I just remember the gun going off, and I just had this like immense energy that came out of everywhere, because I knew people were watching, and just people
Yeah.
screaming and shouting out, and it was male and female race. So I really had my work cut out for me. I only had a month to train,
Yeah.
but really I just knew it was why I was running it. I knew my mom was there every step of the way with me, and I felt like in spirit she was there, because that's what helped me not have a heart attack at the end. Trust me. It was very overwhelming, and like I just loved the feeling to be able to finish. Well, I finished 11th out of 216 runners, which most people probably would have thought, how did she do that? And they still ask me, and I say, that's why the brand started, because I had people believing in me so I could achieve.
Yeah.
And that's why it's very important, because a lot of times in this world, people are faced with obstacles and they don't know how to get back up and start over again.
Yeah.
And if they just have that one piece of hope, one person believing in them, that could change the difference in their lives.
Yeah.
And I've seen it. People have reached out, even for the brand to be able to get back to a gymnastics team and help to softball, even local businesses where they don't even know where to start. But it's just being able to help them, build them up, and tell people by word. And I've helped with doing different type of like raffles, or just even giveaways, just to give somebody that special treat to make their day better.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is a overall what the brand is. So when I tell people, yes, you are getting a part of the attire, whether it's from leisure wear or athletic line side, the purpose of it, when you're walking and carrying that message, just know you're carrying it for a better cause.
Yeah. I mean, this has been really cool because I'm inspired even more so from just by listening to you.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely,
Likewise.
absolutely. And I'm looking forward to teaming up with you. Whatever you need, let me know. If I can do it, I'm there.
All right. Well, just remember that because I'm gonna have to go now to Los Angeles. We're gonna have to get the brand out there and do. Maybe I could do like a local race out there too. We're gonna have to come out and have people out there join.
If you're out here, all you gotta do is DM me, and I'll be wherever you are, wherever you're doing your race at, for sure.
Good. Okay. So I got your support.
Absolutely. This has
Yeah.
been nothing but awesome.
Yes. And I really want to give you a shout out too. And I see all the work you're putting in. You're making a difference too on your side. You've been faced with obstacles and you don't let it stop you from life. You are a true achiever. And I
Yeah,
deeply admire that about you.
thank you, absolutely. So yeah, so thank you for your time. And this is guys, this is only part one of episode 8. Part 2 is coming soon when we figure out a date for it. All right.
All right. Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Of course, anytime.
All
And
right.
and whatever you need, let me know.
All right. Gotcha. Bye to everybody on there too. Thank y'all. Let's definitely thank y'all for tuning in. I see more questions coming through. Uh, like you said, you never know. We're gonna have another segment down the line, maybe coming up. So we promise to get to those questions. There was just a lot today, so we try to get to as many as possible. But again, as I say, thank you all to all the believers and achievers. You are the best sport and support you can have on this journey, and love you all.
Absolutely. I echo the same thing. Absolutely. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll stay connected. We'll figure out a new date for part 2 of this of episode 8.
Exactly. Hey, you never know. I might be in your neck of the woods for that. So
Yeah,
we'll do it live.
yeah,
All
absolutely.
right.
All right,
It looks like they're signing off now. Well, I guess it's our turn.
all right. We'll stay connected.
I know.
All right.
They're saying the goodbyes.
For me, the screen is not. Hello, everyone. We're gonna retry this again.